we're going to do another couple of books. These books are both by or about Ben Nicholson. We'll start with this small catalogue. This is a guide for an exhibition in Madrid. Fundación March, Castello, Madrid. So this is an exhibition held in Madrid for the work of Ben Nicholson. And if we start at the beginning, it's rather a nice catalogue. It's quite big. The print is clear. It's dated 1987, and it starts with a picture of a cup, 1924, and then you have the text, which is in Spanish, so I can't read it very well. And there is no English version at all to go with it, so it is totally Spanish. And this is Dymchurch, 1923. Dymchurch, I think, is in the Forest of Dean, or somewhere over Gloucestershire. Again, quite an early one, not terribly abstract. And then it goes through to some more abstract pictures. More and more abstract. What makes it a good picture? It's hard to say, but I mean, I think you could say the composition is balanced and pleasing, and it's relatively original. So I think you could say he's a good artist. I like them very much. Colours are very calming, and it's not something that's been done by an amateur, you can tell. And those were done in the early 30s. By Ben Nicholson. Going through to the 40s. Mousehole, England, so you have this at St Ives era where he was doing some seaside pictures, which would have been good sellers in England. And you have to remember, with any of these artists, they had to sell the stuff to keep going. And Ben Nicholson had some good outlets and some good contacts. And he obviously would have perhaps been producing the things that sold. 1966. Beautiful. So I see Victor Passmore Polonization in this. I see Mondrian in there as well. I see Fedden in there, as we've discussed on other videos. Okay, that's the easy one. This is the bigger one. This costs more money. This was Oxfam. This costs £45, including post. And it says Ben Nicholson Prints 1928-1968. I think that would have had a slipcase or a dust jacket. It doesn't, but it's lost it. So this book looks like it's never been used, and you could call it a coffee table book if you want to, rather disparagingly. So we'll see what's inside. Alan Christie Gallery. So it might be it's produced by a gallery to help them sell the prints contained inside it. It seems so. Beautiful book. Quality so good. So these black and white ones will have a pedigree in woodblock printing. They're not woodblocks, but this is the sort of pedigree that they would have followed. These are dated late 20s, early 30s, and it was woodblock cutting was popular, very popular then, very fashionable. That's a lino cut, which a lot of the woodblock cutters artists used. The lino cut is a type of block to print with. They would carve the lino, and a lot of the wood block printers use lino. (1933). Very, very modern, simple design. I'm getting Passmore in there as well, and he knew Passmore. So this is before the Second World War. Lino cuts. Interesting. Very nice but balanced perspectives and very good quality printing, you can tell, and good choice of colours. $19.50. $19.66. I think that is a good quality book, and I think it's quite interesting in terms of what he did. I think he's a really good artist, and I think his prices will rise, and I think he'll become more popular. These prints are beautiful. They're not dissimilar from some of the Trevelyan prints, though they have less colours. They're not dissimilar from some of the Passmore prints. There's Miro in there. There's Matisse in that one, vaguely. And I think they all egged each other on and knew each other and cross-fertilised each other. These are Turkish headstones. And I recognise the shape because we have some paintings by Count Amadeo Preziosi, and he often painted the cemetery in Eyüp in Istanbul, which was in those days called Stanbul. And the headstones sort of nearly toppling over. They're very much Turkish headstones. Not something you'd expect to see painted necessarily in this book. Carafes, could be anybody. There's Picasso in that one. There's lots and lots of Passmore in that one, because it's particularly because it's a square. So I think this is a fantastic book. I like it immensely. It's got this lovely linen effect. It's good condition. It did cost a lot of money. It cost £45, but I think the value of that one will rise gradually. Okay, thanks for looking.